Hey, what's up y'all, back with another video. Today we're taking a look at Jagged Alliance 3. This game really caught me by surprise and I have not been able to put it down since I started streaming it. So I decided to make a video talking about this underrated gem that seems to have flown under a lot of people's radar. What really made this game stand out to me is the fact that it's so much more than your standard turn-based tactical game. The way this game masterfully blends so many different genres and mechanics while also offering a substantial level of depth to its tactical gameplay is what makes it so special. Alongside the turn-based combat, you have various RPG elements ingrained into the core experience, like character progression of your mercs or the explorable open-world game map with towns full of NPCs, story items, loot, side quests, and various choices that shape the game's story. There are also villages and towns to liberate and fortify, diamond mines to capture for income, along with ports for faster water movement. All of these need to be defended from recapture by training the local militia. This adds allied units to the territories you want defended. In addition to this, you also have the option to control multiple teams of mercs simultaneously. You can also group them together to have like just one big fight. I think the biggest it gets is around 24 or 30, I'm not exactly sure. I know you can have a lot of mercs. All of this adds an additional layer of resource management on top of the established formula mentioned earlier. And all the core gameplay and combat here is challenging and engaging, forcing you to fully learn and utilize every merc in your squad. There's also a nice variety to enemy encounters with multiple different factors such as time of day, location, and weather that will influence how you approach each battle. One of my favorite new additions here is the Overwatch system. Now this is by no means a new mechanic, but I love the way it's implemented here. You can strategically pin down a location, shooting anything that steps into your line of fire while also gaining additional free shots that exceed your merc's standard AP. Overwatch, along with other interrupts and weapon type abilities like mobile shot and run and gun, really help with improving the pace and flow of combat. And now in addition to this, you also have the live action stealth system. If you're able to kill enemies quietly without being noticed, you can move freely through the map, racking up kills without being bound to the turn-based limitations. This kind of creates a medium in my opinion. It kind of feels like it's turn-based, it's kind of not. I actually like this because it really does help with the pace of the combat and it kind of gives this game its own unique identity. I was also pleasantly surprised at the amount of guns you have access to and the depth of the weapon customization here. Now this is basically a reoccurring trend with this game. There are so many different mechanics here that you don't think they're going to be as deep as they are, and that's something that really surprises me and impresses me about this game. There's a lot of different mechanics, there's a lot of different genre blending, and you think it's going to be surface level, but it's actually very deep. There is just a lot of depth in this game. So far I'm about like 45 hours in, and it's like I think I'm at the halfway point. I'm not trying to go for 100%, but I'm in no rush to finish. I really just want to get a firm footing and understanding of all the mechanics and everything that's being offered here. I also feel like it's worth mentioning that this game does have a character creator. Now I will admit the visual element is lacking, but it's nice that you can create your own mercenary and choose what they specialize in and customize their stats to a T. You also do not have to pay for this mercenary, they will work for free. The story here isn't anything groundbreaking, but among the various colorful characters and dark humor is a charming, memorable experience. The mercs all have exclusive dialogue based on party composition, along with preferences on who they want to work with. Now this mainly boils down to them charging more and arguing during combat, but they will leave depending on whatever their grievance is. It's basically based around the severity of their grievance. Sometimes it's just random. I've had a merc leave just because he didn't get enough combat. He said he never wanted to work with me again because he didn't kill enough people. So this is definitely something that gets annoying once you get deeper into the game. Now I will admit that the colorful characters are definitely a double-edged sword. They talk constantly, they bicker amongst each other, and once you group all your mercs together, they will talk and argue across squads. So this is something that is either going to be a love or hate relationship depending on how you feel about them. Now you can just swap out the mercs, but sadly there is no option to mute them. So this is, if it's a deal breaker, this is a deal breaker. And the story is a bit cheesy here. It's like a cheesy 80s action movie. In my opinion, this kind of adds to the vibe and the appeal. I feel like it serves its purpose of just being a vehicle for the gameplay. Now on to the more serious issues. On the PlayStation 5, I ran into a number of long load times for very simple tasks. Just to load a specific save file, I was looking at anywhere from a 15-second to sometimes even a whole minute long load screen. Same thing to save the game. I was just like a minute of a load screen, and this happened after lengthy sessions. I don't know if this is something with the autosave mechanic or I don't know, but after lengthy sessions I started having a lot of issues. Now I did run into one crash, and I also have experienced a couple of frame rate dips here and there, but overall it's nothing too bad. But I would honestly just recommend the PC version because of the price, and it's also probably a smoother experience than what I'm dealing with now on the PlayStation 5. Now I also did have some issues with the game itself. I feel like the deeper you get into the game, it starts to get very tedious and repetitive and monotonous when it comes to the micromanagement and just the overall scale of the map. You will find yourself going back and forth across the map, capturing and recapturing different points. I wish that you could just lock down a sector or sections of the map, but that is not the case. And for me personally, this actually did lead to burnout. There are just way too many enemies attacking you at all times in this game. And it just gets to a point to where you actually get tired of the combat. Now, they knew this because you have an option to auto battle, and you also have an option to just speed up the game speed. And I feel like if you know that somebody would like to skip a battle or even just like zoom through a battle, why would you not reduce the number? I feel like they really should have just had less. And if people wanted this, maybe this could have been a hardcore option. Maybe this could have been a higher difficulty. I don't know. But overall, I just kind of feel like they did too much. It's a point of oversaturation when it comes to the combat and the amount of things that they expect you to micromanage, especially too when you start getting into the larger squads of mercs. But anyway, that's just my opinion, man. I wanted to bring some attention to this game. Hopefully you guys check it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Y'all be sure to let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back with another one. Peace.
Here is special grenade. I have good odds of hitting enemy.
Foreigners were stupid and could not shoot worth a damn. What is happening? Ice Williams, present.
Ça fait mal.
Well, Annie, looks like you've got your gun. You know, from the musical? Do you like musicals?